Family, we have this one crazy video on our hands right here. We have a pastor that he was giving a sermon, and as soon as he mentioned the rapture and the return of Jesus Christ, someone in the crowd just started yelling. A demon-possessed woman. They ended up having to cast out the demon, but it's just so crazy to think about because it even says in the scripture right here, it says when Jesus had arrived at the other side of the region of the Gerasenes, two demon-possessed men coming from the tombs met him. They were so violent that no one could pass that way. It says, "What do you want with us, Son of God?" they shouted. "Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time?" Question mark. So, when this demon heard that Jesus is returning, he got shook. The same way those demons in that scripture got shook, this person right here got shook. Let's get straight into this, man.
To Jesus because you don't know? Or is it because you don't want to risk being known as a conspiracy theorist? It's an honest question. Here's a question for those who flock to them and follow them. Is the reason you do so because you too don't know about these signs pointing to Jesus, spoken of by Jesus? Or is it because, like we talked about last week, it's just more palatable and pleasing to hear only the smooth things? Not the hard things, like the hard truth. One last question. Broadly and humbly asked, and asked of myself as well. Are we so ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ that we're unwilling to share our faith in Jesus Christ and his soon return with others? You need to know something that you don't know. What's that? People are asking questions about the very things we should know and have the answer to, and need to be at the ready to give to everyone an answer of that blessed hope that we have, that Jesus is coming to rapture us before the 7-year tribulation, which we are on the eve of.
Wow. Guys, this is being live streamed. They switch it to a nice, peaceful picture of a family, the gospel of Jesus Christ, with a cross, some doves, the sunset. It gets intense when you start walking with the Lord, because things start getting spiritual. And then you really start getting into the battle of good and evil. As you're able to see in this one right here, like, this was not planned. You're able to see, like, just from the first scream, he was shocked. It wasn't like this was planned. This was being live streamed also. So it's like, if it was being live streamed, then, like, come on. You know what I'm saying? This happened on live stream, bro. So I found the rest of the video, the rest of the live stream of him after the entire incident that just happened with this demon-possessed woman. But this just shows you guys that, like, yo, like, it's not fake stuff. There's a reason as to why this is in the Bible about Jesus healing demon-possessed people, because it's true. And they tremble at the name of Jesus Christ and his return because they know they have an appointed time for hell. And another thing, you have to also think about, this is just for people that, they still kind of don't believe in it. It's just the fact that, think about all the horror movies that we have of demon-possessed people, of whatever it is. There's truth to it. They don't just make that up out of, nowhere. You get what I'm saying? It's scary because there's some truth to it. You feel what I'm saying? But Jesus is the answer, man. That's the only reason why they get scared when it comes to Jesus. Demons don't get scared to any other name but Jesus. But let's hear what he has to say after he casted out this demon, bro. This is crazy.
Give me a moment to gather myself. I know that was quite something. I'm just going to bring it to an end, and my apologies for the length and the disruption. The only answer is Jesus.
Facts.
One last thought. As we just witnessed what just happened. I'll just speak for myself. You know when I get concerned? Is when the enemy leaves me alone. I pose no formidable threat to the kingdom of darkness. You know you're really in trouble when you get a thank you card and a gift card and your wife gets a bouquet of flowers from the enemy. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I know I'm over dramatizing it, but I think you get the point. That's when I really get concerned. Jesus says, beware when all men speak well of you. I'm not at all concerned when the powers of darkness and the forces of hell and those entities, the wickedness in high places that Paul delineates in Ephesians 6, when they, what's the word? I'll just use the word exercise for lack of a better one. When they exercise their displeasure in whatever form it manifests, I'm like, wow, thank you, God. Obviously, the ire of the enemy has been aroused and you have been pleased. Again, I would be concerned if the enemy just left me alone, because I'm no threat. Because all he's, if I could just give me this, we're almost done. I need to share this, just from my heart to yours. I want to be careful, though. Nah, better left unsaid. Sorry. That would be better left unsaid. Father in heaven, thank you.
Gotta pick your words wisely while you're in that pulpit, man. You have to. I think he did well with that one, He thought about what he was about to say. He said it's better left unsaid. But at the end of the day, what he's saying is true. If you're no threat, then I get where he's coming from. What he's talking about, the enemy showing up and just being demolished. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. But this is a crazy video. Comment down below all your thoughts that you have on this situation right here. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one the same way you're going to catch me in the next one. Peace.